Yep, that's right. I got a pipe. This is my first pipe I've smoked in almost a week. I think Sunday was the last time I had a pipe. I don't think I've completely healed. In fact, upon inspection, my better half tells me, no, I still ain't looking good, but the steroids are making me feel better, so I want a pipe, damn it, so I'm having a pipe. Smoking my lovely Ravara pipe with a bit of the Stanwell Melange in it. This is some good stuff here. Stanwell Melange. So, the purpose of this video is to congratulate Chris from Tulsa, the Okie Puffer, on his 100 subscribers. And thank you for having your contest, sir. And he wanted us to share a cherished memory. So, I'm going to start by, well, most of you know I'm a truck driver. And I used to drive over the road. I was all over the country. And I would deliver all kinds of goods and commodities and what have you. And I was in the northeast area, and like around Jersey and Philly, and I had a load of flowers. Now, most of our loads in the company that I drove for picked up in one place and delivered in another, and that was about it. And it was very easy. You just drove from point A to point B, made your delivery, and went on, did your next load. Well, this particular load was a load of flowers going to Walmart stores, and there were 13 stops, and each stop was one nightmare after another. The stops happened over a holiday weekend. I got stuck sitting in my truck with a half a load of flowers over a holiday weekend, just cussing and moaning. And I vowed never to do flower loads again. I told my dispatcher you could take flower loads and shove them somewhere, but I ain't doing your stinking flower loads again. Well, fast forward maybe a little bit less than a year, he gave me a flower load. I said, I ain't doing it. I was in South Carolina or something empty. He said, no, you got to go down to Florida and pick up this load of flowers. I ain't doing it. So I sat there pouting, basically. And he sends me a message to the truck on the computer. He says, I see you haven't moved your truck, and you need to get there by such and such time, and you need to get going, and I told you I'm not doing any flower loads. He basically told me, you're doing the flower load. You don't have any choice. You're doing the flower load. So I went down to pick up this load of flowers in Florida, kicking and screaming the whole way. And I got this load of flowers, and it went up to deliver at Home Depot stores in the Kentucky and Ohio area. So here I am driving this load of flowers. I did my few stops in Kentucky. I think maybe around like Lexington, Louisville, something like that. And I got up, and there was a few in northern Kentucky, around the Cincinnati area. One I think in Florence I did. And then I went to the store in Cold Springs, Kentucky. Went into the garden department. And there was a cute little girl there working in the garden department, and I asked her, you know, who I deliver the flower, or who takes care of the flower deliveries and whatever, and she helped me out. And but she was she got my attention. She's a cute, spunky little thing, and didn't mind sparring with me a little bit as far as silly little banters of wit and humor and what have you. So So there's this nice young lady who was working in the garden department at Home Depot. And she got busy with some customers, and so I left. I had made my delivery, and I left to go back out to my truck. And well, she's busy, but I need to get on to my next stop. And I came back, and I kind of stood off in the periphery, waiting for her to finish with her customers. And you know, I didn't want to get her in trouble at her job, and you know, being fraternizing with the silly truck driver. So I waited till she had a clear moment, and I asked her if she had heard about the stabbing that had happened the day before. Did you hear about the stabbing?
No. What happened?
Well, there was this big time celebrity actress, and she and her fiance got into a big disagreement, and they were in the kitchen. She just grabbed the kitchen knife and she nailed him. I think the report said 13 times.
Wow.
And it was some big time celebrity actress. Shoot, it was Reese something.
Reese Witherspoon.
No, not with her spoon, with her knife. Stabbed him with her knife.
With a knife.
So that was it. One corny joke, and I asked her if she had a pencil and paper.
He asked me for a pen, and I handed him one. And then he asked me for a piece of paper to go with the pen, and I handed him one. And then he asked me if I had a phone number to go with that paper and pen. So I gave it to him. That's it right there. Apparently I really wanted him to be able to get a hold of me because I gave him both numbers. But that's the very paper that I handed him with the pen with the phone number written down on it. He later framed it and gave it to me as a gift. It sits in our living room on our bookshelf.
So, after I'd made my couple more deliveries around the area, I still had some deliveries to make, like up in Columbus, but I had 2 days to do it. So I hustled to finish off my deliveries around the area, and then figured, well, I can wait till tomorrow I had a whole day yet to be able to finish my other deliveries, and only had, of the dozen I think I had, maybe only 4 or 5 more to do the next day. So I went ahead and parked my truck at the truck stop in Florence, and gave her a call, and she came out and got me, picked me up, and took me down to
Newport on the Levee.
Newport on the Levee, where if you saw the video on Sister Skipsy's channel for the date night that we had a few weeks back, that's where it was.
Yep.
And the bridge we mentioned in that video, that Purple People Bridge, we did a nice little walk across there, and there's a playground on the other side where we went and swung on the swings.
Where I lost my shoe.
She lost her shoe.
He picked it up, put it back on my foot, and I knew right then that he was my Prince Charming.
Score.
We sat on the Serpentine Wall and we talked for hours and hours.
Well, it was after the sandal incident. That was where the first kiss happened.
It was quite a kiss. And as we're sitting there on the Serpentine Wall talking, and he's telling me stories about his family, I'm thinking, I really want to meet his family. I really want to keep this one. So
I think it was the next day I called my mother and told her, well, I met the woman I'm going to marry. And I did. A little over a year later, we got hitched, and the rest is history. So, that is a memory, that is our memory, our story of how we met. And that, Mr. Chris, is my entry into your 100 subscribers contest. Congratulations. And I guess for this video, that's about it.
That's about it.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Okay.